All right. So one of the other products that you took throughout the process at first was semaglutide to sort of get over a little bit of a hurdle. So what would you say? I know that you were struggling a little bit with the diet at first, but what would you say about your experience with semaglutide? Pretty positive?
I really like those products, and I know they're controversial, and you think that only a certain type of person might need it, but I really, really benefited from it. It really opened my eyes to my eating habits and how much I was eating. So I, I was eating a lot. Like, to put it into perspective, when I started taking that medication, I was started maybe eating half of what I used to, get a lot fuller, a lot quicker. And I just felt a lot better when I take it because, again, my body is not just eating and eating and eating, getting so full and bloated and like whatever. And then also, I think the positive thing about taking those is that, it does suppress your appetite. So when you are hungry or it is time to eat, you're like a little bit more wise in the decisions that you're making because you're going to get full a lot quicker. So you don't want to have a bag of potato chips for dinner because that might be all that you don't want to get full on that. So I really enjoyed it. I ultimately liked Tirzepatide a little bit more than semaglutide, but I really liked both of them, and I think it was a huge part of my journey in helping me like finally start to see some weight off because I worked out for like 4 months and I was like maybe a pound lighter.
Yeah, you weren't losing much weight, but you were swapping out
I
muscle.
was getting some muscle for sure, but
Right.
it was just like the fat, like it was just there. And then I swear when I literally something as simple as 3 to 5 pounds, like when I lost that was just also like the biggest motivator to just like keep pushing. So
It's a mental boost. I think that one of the positive things that I see about semaglutide and Tirzepatide is it gives you a little bit of a boost, like a confidence, like a win.
yeah.
And what you were doing that was smart along with that was strength training, making sure you didn't lose
Yeah.
muscle mass along the
Yeah.
way, that you're only losing fat, which is critical.
I think the strength training is so like you have to strength train when taking those medications because then I do think you could see some sort of like to it all because it like you are losing weight, and when you're not strength training, like you can just your body can kind of just get like skin looks loose and there's no muscle there. So I think if you're going to take those medications, you definitely need to be strength training.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I took semaglutide also. I lost a couple pounds. Really wasn't, taking it to lose too much weight, but I can speak to it. I think it's a good product. I had some heartburn. I had a little more side effects with that than I did the Tirzepatide. But I think overall it's a great product, and a lot of our clients see excellent results. A lot of people are like you that get like a pretty fast win, controls the appetite enough to give some self-confidence, eat the right way.
Yeah.
And I learned personally that when you eat protein and really wholesome foods, you get full faster and you feel full longer, which is a really good sort of rule to follow.
Yeah, that's what I was getting at earlier. It's just like when you're on that, you don't want to just fuel on junk,
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. Want to take advantage of the medication. So you want to fuel your body with protein, vegetables, like anything healthy that you can. But another thing, I surprisingly, and I don't know if it's surprisingly, but I didn't have any side effects from
Yeah, I think
the
that's
medications. I think that's for a lot of people. So that was a win. I didn't have any like side effects or.
We don't hear about a lot of side effects. Every once in a while, some people will say that they have nausea from it, but otherwise, I think it's pretty good from a side effect profile.
Yeah, and I will say for like someone who looks like me or looks like you, the way that medication works is it's also something that you can kind of play around with how much it is that you're taking. Like we're doing, or at least I was doing, a very minimal dose of it, just to kind of like
cut down the hunger.
Yeah, give me that little push that I needed. So I like that aspect of the medication as well. And I think a lot of our clients like that too, that like, okay, I'm going to start at this and then go from there. And
yeah, I agree.